Good morning, everyone. Mark Soderberg with ADM Investor Services with your morning egg outlook for Tuesday, August 12th, ahead of today's USDA data at 11 o'clock Central Standard Time. Prices across the egg space are backing up. Right now, beans down 10 to 11 cents, very close to session lows. Meal is down about $1.50. Bean oil just making fresh lows now, down about 90 points. Corn down 3.5 cents. Wheat ranges from steady, slightly lower in Minneapolis to 4 to 5 cents lower in both Kansas City and Chicago. Bean prices given back about half of yesterday's price jump, which was fueled by President Trump's Sunday night social media post claiming that China was concerned over their shortage of beans while challenging them to quadruple their purchase of U.S. beans. After yesterday's close, President Trump did extend the current trade truce with China for another 90 days, which the market is treating as bearish, as it will likely continue to delay their purchase of U.S. beans until some sort of trade framework is agreed to. Speculative traders, they were active buyers in soybeans yesterday. We had them scooping up about 11,000 contracts, this cutting their short position back down to roughly 66,000. Funds also bought about 3,000 contracts of meal, while being light sellers pretty much everywhere else across the ag space. We did see a 4,500 contract drop in bean open interest, an indication of some short covering from yesterday's trade. However, the biggest change, surprisingly, came into feed grains, where corn open interest plunged 37,000, while wheat dropped about 10,000. No changes or no surprises in yesterday's crop condition reports. Both corn and soybean ratings did drop 1% to 72% and 68% respectively. Spring wheat conditions, they improved 1% to 49% good to excellent. 14% of the U.S. corn crop is dented. That's just below a year ago at 16%, however, slightly above the 5-year average. 71% of the soybean crop is setting pods. That's in line with recent history. Winter wheat harvest advanced only 4%, below expectations, still 90% complete. Spring wheat advanced 11% to 16%, and that was slightly above expectations. Inflation data this week will go a long way at shaping monetary policy into the next FOMC meeting in September. CPI data at 7:30 today, while PPI data is on Thursday. President Trump is expected to meet with Russian leaders Putin on Friday with hopes of finding a solution to end the Russian-Ukraine war. It is not known whether President Zelensky will be in attendance. However, the Ukrainian leader yesterday stated that Russia is not ready for peace, as Ukrainian intelligence suggests that Russia is gearing up to launch their next offensive. Inside trade for D's corn overnight as we await USDA data. In addition to U.S. production, I'll be eager to see just how much of an increase we see in Brazil's production as their second crop harvest hits the home stretch. Will a much higher production figure cut into U.S. exports for the 25-26 marketing year, or will the added supplies be used domestically as they expand their ethanol production? No beans back flirting with that $10 level with the pullback here. U.S. wheat or U.S. weather remains mostly crop friendly as above normal temperatures and normal to above normal precipitation hold into the 6-10 day outlook. Some much needed relief in the 8 to 14 day window for areas around the Great Lakes, notably southeast Wisconsin, after they were dealt another round of fairly heavy rains overnight. New lows in the spot oil here. Prices now back down to their lowest level since early July. The rebound yesterday in spot meal was capped at the 50-day moving average. And wheat just appears poised to challenge at $5 level. Good rains headed for wheat areas of Argentina. We'll be back at 11 o'clock with updates from the USDA.